YouTube? I'm back with another video, and I'm back with another review. Now this time we're doing a pay-per-view review or a PLE review, whatever termination they want to use. But we're gonna be reviewing King and Queen of the Ring 2024 in Saudi Arabia. I really think that this was a really good show. I think I got what I wanted. I got what I wanted. So I want to say this, and I just want to say this right now, and this is just something that I want to get out to the wrestling community. On Instagram and on Facebook, yes, I still use Facebook, there were a lot of people complaining, saying that, hey, why is this pay-per-view so short? Why is it only 5 matches? See, all of you people are conditioned to Vince McMahon's methods, to where he will put on probably 10, 11 matches per pay-per-view, and the pay-per-view lasts like 6 hours. We're in a new administration. We're in a new time, a new era. That's no longer going to be the case anymore. We don't have to subject ourselves to 6-hour pay-per-views. That's a long ass time. And if you feel like that's what you like better, then by all means you can watch AEW, because AEW does long ass pay-per-views. So I mean, at the end of the day, I think this is more efficient. I think this is higher quality as far as like giving us only 5 matches and matches that mean something. I can't say that for all the matches, because there was the pre-show match, which I really don't understand why that was made. But let's get into that right quick. So like I said, the overall show was not bad. I really enjoyed the show. I think some of the outcomes were really good. There was one outcome I was glad it happened, because I thought the opposite was going to happen. But let's start with the pre-show. Now, I did not watch the pre-show. I didn't wake up in time for the pre-show. But that was Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell.
The fuck?
Versus Bianca and Jade for the tag team titles. Now, I want to ask you guys another thing. I want you guys to correct me if I'm wrong. But didn't Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark win a #1 contenders match for those said titles on Raw this past week? So why are Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae in a tag team match on a pay-per-view against Bianca and Jade?
What was the reason? What was the reason?
I just explained the reason.
What was the reason, bitch?
I'm not understanding. I don't get it. Like, am I missing something? I feel like I missed things, and I could, you know, like I know that there was a segment to where when Bianca lost her Queen of the Ring match against Nia Jax on SmackDown, Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell was antagonizing her backstage. So you mean that means that they get a tag team title match on the pay-per-view? If that's the case, I'm gonna antagonize everybody because I want a title match. Since when does antagonizing somebody backstage award you a title match? That doesn't make sense to me. Why were they on the pay-per-view? Maybe they need to fill the slot. I don't know. But you could have done any other match but that one. The tag team titles for the women could have been left off this pay-per-view. They didn't need to have a match. Bianca just came off of a match against Nia Jax where her knee was injured. So why you put her in another? I don't know. And to make it all crazy, they made the match that same night that Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell antagonized them. I don't get it. But let's move on. The match lasted 8 minutes. And we all knew that Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell were not winning this match. I mean, what have they done to earn a tag team title anyway? Like, what have they done to even be in this match, period? Yes, they turned heel. Yes, Indy's finally on board. Yes, Candice picks up a few wins. Congratulations, whoop-de-fucking-do. But what did they do to earn a tag team title match against Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill? Nothing. But ultimately, Candice and Indy ended up losing. Now I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this again for the last time. I do like Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell as competitors, as wrestlers, but what they are doing with them is no longer working. Like, I was on board with it at first, because when Candice first teased her heel turn, I was like, okay, this is going somewhere. But now I feel like this is not going anywhere. I feel like they've hit a dead spot. This is no longer going anywhere. We should wrap it up, get rid of it, try something new, because this ain't working. Let's move on. All right, so the match when the main show starts is Liv Morgan versus Becky Lynch. This match goes about 16 minutes. Ultimately, Liv Morgan ended up winning. this was the right decision. I can't take Becky as champion. She says the same shit every week. She does the same shit every week. Stone face every time she comes out. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of Becky. I'm tired of Charlotte. Those two don't need it. They can make legendary matches off of their names themselves. Like, they don't need titles. They're already household names. But you guys call on Becky and Charlotte every time something goes wrong. I'm not gonna get into that. But Liv Morgan ended up winning the match in a very good showing, by the way. She actually held her own. This match was really good. But Dominic Mysterio ended up coming out towards the end of the match. Now, I thought, because there was a tease that he's been with Liv Morgan all this time, but he came out looking confused as if he was helping Becky Lynch. So I'm trying to figure out, are they trying to sway us away from thinking that he's with Liv Morgan? Because he made it seem like he was allying himself with Becky Lynch, passing Becky Lynch the chair for her to use on Liv Morgan. But ultimately, Liv Morgan and Becky Lynch, neither one of them used the chair. Liv Morgan hit her finisher on Becky Lynch and pinned her 1, 2, 3. I don't know what's going on with that, but we're gonna see how it unravels, because that's a little confusing how they portrayed Dom out there. It's like he wanted Liv to lose, but we all know that he was with Liv like a few weeks ago. So it's kind of like, what's going on with that, you know? I don't know. Next, we have Sami Zayn versus Bronson Reed versus Chad Gable with Otis out there, by the way. Now, Maxine was gonna come down to the ring with Chad Gable, but Chad Gable sent her back for some odd reason. I have no idea why. The match ended up going about 14 minutes. My thing is, I think the wrong person got pinned tonight. Sami Zayn ended up pinning Bronson Reed. Now, I don't think Bronson Reed should have gotten the pin, because this dude won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, meaning his career is going to go to the next level, supposedly. But like I said before, that Memorial Battle Royal doesn't mean shit, because obviously, if it did, Bronson Reed would have had a title around his waist by now. But he did get the pin. He got hit with the haluva kick and ate the pin. Now, the reason Chad Gable didn't get pinned is, my prediction is they're going to continue the feud with Chad Gable and Sami Zayn with the Otis side storyline as well with Chad Gable. But Bronson Reed getting pinned, I didn't like that one bit. I think that could have been left alone. I don't think that was the right decision. But Otis was getting antagonized ringside by Chad Gable, because Chad Gable wanted Otis to attack both Bronson Reed and Sami Zayn. He attacked Bronson Reed, but when it came to Sami Zayn, he couldn't do it. So Chad Gable was pushing him, slapping him, yelling at him. And then Chad Gable held up Sami Zayn, and Otis was gonna attack Sami Zayn, but Sami Zayn dodged, and Otis ended up knocking out Chad Gable instead, leading to Chad Gable hitting Bronson Reed with his finisher and getting the pin. Like I said, I didn't like Bronson Reed getting pinned, but here we are. Sami Zayn, still your Intercontinental Champion. All right, so next we have the finals of the Queen of the Ring tournament. We have Nia Jax versus Lyra Valkyria. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't. Now, she did look good tonight. She did look not tonight. She looked good today. She looked good coming out today. It's just that Lyra does nothing for me. It's like she just needs another layer to her character. She comes out with wings. Congratulations. I've seen a lot of characters like her who are happy-go-lucky, who's a new girl, who's the underdog. The only exception is with her, she's got wings. She represents a bird or a crow, whatever she wants to represent. Congratulations. I mean, what do you want me to say? She's boring. She's boring as fuck. Okay. But let's proceed. This match goes about 10 minutes. Nia Jax ended up winning the Queen of the Ring tournament. Nia Jax is your new queen. She has the crown. She rightfully deserves it. I feel like Nia Jax worked her ass off, especially in this second run in the WWE. Nia Jax has proven that she is that wrestler, that she is deserving of this. And the winner gets a championship opportunity, so therefore Nia Jax goes against Bayley at SummerSlam. I think this was the right call. I think this was definitely done excellently. This was done excellent. There was no reason for Lyra Valkyria to win. I didn't think she needed to win. I didn't even think she needed to go this far. It should have been Nia versus Io, in my opinion. But here we are, you know. But I think the right woman won. And Nia Jax actually got emotional after the match when she was given the crown by Triple H. She got a little emotional, and I'm like, damn, she really deserves this. And y'all hating on her online for what? Because she injured some people in her first run? Like, look how she's doing now. She's doing really good, and y'all are still giving her shit online for shit she did years ago. Like, be for real. Like, come on now. Like, y'all are wild for that. But Nia Jax is your new queen, and she gets Bayley at SummerSlam for the Women's Championship. All right, so next we have the finals of the King of the Ring tournament. Gunther makes his way to the ring. You know how Gunther is, walks down to the ring with his serious stone cold face. And then Randy Orton makes his way out. Now, I gotta give a shout out to Leon France because they got this trend started. Every time Randy Orton comes out now, the crowd sings his song word for word, and we gotta give Leon France their flowers because they got that started. Leon France has started multiple trends. They started the light flash with Jey Uso's entrance. They started the lyrics for Randy Orton's song. It's like Leon France lit a fire in all these crowds that can't be replicated. Like Leon France is the crowd that we need to give more shows to because they brought the energy that is still lingering to other crowds today, which is kind of crazy. So I had to point that out. Gunther versus Randy Orton. This match went about 22 minutes. I think 22 minutes. Randy Orton, this man has, to be wrestling as long as he did and to still wrestle in the condition that he's wrestling is commendable. Randy Orton has proven that he is a legend, not just a legend killer, but an actual legend. But ultimately, Gunther ended up winning the match in a controversial finish. Now, I'm not sure if it was a botch, I'm not sure if it was planned, but Randy Orton hit Gunther with his RKO. He couldn't cover him completely because his knee was still giving him issues, but Gunther ended up rolling him up in like I think it's called a small package or a schoolboy. He rolled him up for the pin, but Randy Orton, after the 2 count, got his shoulder up. He didn't physically like kick his shoulder up. He just ended up like being tossed over more on one shoulder, but his other shoulder was up. So the call should have been done. Like it should have been said that he kicked out. But they still gave Gunther the win. I'm not sure if that's going to come into play for future stories. I'm not sure if it's going to be brought up later. Maybe they're planning something for Randy Orton, but it's like that was a controversial finish. His shoulders weren't down completely. So I wonder if they're going to bring that into play later on down the line. We'll see. But yeah, that win wasn't an actual win to me because both the shoulders went down. But at the end of the day, your king is who I wanted it to be, and that's Gunther. Gunther deserves that crown. Gunther deserves his world title shot. Now, I want to know if he's going to be going against Damian Priest or if he's going against Drew McIntyre because they announced tonight that Drew McIntyre gets Damian Priest at Clash at the Castle, which I thought they were going to do. But Damian Priest should walk out champion and we're going to get Drew McIntyre versus Gunther. That's my prediction. So we'll see how that goes. That was a good match. Kudos to those two. And we got our King of the Ring. Then we get to the main event, which is Cody Rhodes versus Logan Paul for the Undisputed WWE Championship. This match went about 25 minutes. It was the main event, so it was going to get the most time. I think this match is really good. Logan Paul continues to prove why he is considered now a professional wrestler, not just a YouTuber, not just a vlogger, not just a salesman for Prime, but he is a legit pro wrestler. He brought it. He even hit Cody Rhodes' finisher on him. Went through the table. Like, there's a lot of things they did in this match that was, like, incredible. Logan Paul, you can't say he doesn't belong. He belongs in the ring with these wrestlers because he takes his job serious. Y'all may not like Logan Paul, okay? But give him his flowers while he's here, especially in this sport of pro wrestling where he's putting his body on the line for our entertainment. But yeah, Cody Rhodes ended up winning the match, retaining his title. Logan Paul takes a loss, but he's still the United States champion. So my prediction is they're gonna send him to LA Knight for a feud for SummerSlam. We'll see how that goes. Cody Rhodes retains, and now it's time to go to his next feud, and we'll see how that goes. Oh, I forgot to mention, Logan Paul tried to use brass knuckles, and he did use brass knuckles. He just promised everybody that he wasn't gonna use brass knuckles, and he's still using brass knuckles. Bro, come on now. Like, be for real. Like, why are you using brass knuckles? You just said you wouldn't. This man Logan Paul, and then he had beef with Michael Cole. I'm just like, bro, okay, all right. You know what? You can have it. You can have it. But overall, I think King and Queen of the Ring was a really good show. I really think that they sold this pretty well. I do think that next time, because I feel like the King of the Ring tournament was kind of rushed. Like, I think they should plan it out like right after WrestleMania. But I know they had to get through Backlash and everything, but I feel like they should plan this out a little longer. And the thing about this is, what I like is that they announced that the King and Queen of the Ring winners will receive title opportunities for SummerSlam. Now, if you look at it, it's a good parallel and comparison to the Royal Rumble of how that is to WrestleMania, because the winner of the Royal Rumble, both men and women's, get a title shot at WrestleMania in the main event. I feel like the King of the Queen can be like the Royal Rumble to WrestleMania. King and Queen of the Ring can be the stage to set up SummerSlam as far as title matches go. So I think that's a really, really good layout for the pay-per-views, and I think that's a good concept to have because that'll make booking much easier. But yeah, that was the show. I really enjoyed it. I give the show, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. I'm gonna give the show an 8 out of 10. That's my rating for it. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video with your friends. If you enjoy wrestling, if you know someone who enjoys wrestling, tell them to, hey, hit up this channel, look at the content, see if they enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, just, hey, engagement is key. That's all we need on this channel. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure you guys stay blessed, stay positive. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.